Hello, what is today? Topical Tuesday. Almost forgot. Topical Tuesday, February 6th, 2018. And speaking of almost forgot, it's nearly sunset here. And I'm like, hey, gotta do the daily video. Gotta say hello to the peeps and share some business building advice based on something in the news. And this will be a rather quick one because I'm not going to go into a lot of detail as the sun is setting on another spectacular, beautiful Arizona winter day here. I think temps in the high 70s and just enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying where you are. Rhino of the day. I hope you can see this. I guess you can now that I waited till kind of the dark. It's a charging rhino from Scott Alexander's book, Rhinoceros Success. And the caption is 3 tons of snorting rhinoceros charging full speed at your opportunity, mowing down all obstacles in your way. That's how I feel every single day, and I hope you do too. That's what being a rhino is all about. Now, these Super Bowl ads, every year I do a video, an article, a blog post, speaking topic, you name it, about these Super Bowl ads, because after all, over 100 million people watch the thing. I mean, over 110, 20 million the last couple of years, but now way down this year because people like me got fed up with the stupidity of the NFL and allowing their employees to be ridiculous and protest their great causes, but protesting on the job, like, I don't think so. That's a little ridiculous. So, however, so I have not even, I opened the page and I bookmarked the page with this article and I posted on my Facebook page that has all the ads from the Super Bowl on there. And every time I go and watch it, I'm like, oh, this is going to take like an hour. It's going to be like, 40 commercials, a minute each, whatever. Dog, twice I went to get a hold of you today. Thanks for being here today. Why don't we just hit me up like a Facebook message. Give me some good times tomorrow. And let's connect. Let's do a quick call tomorrow and get some things going. Sounds good? All right. Super Bowl ads. So I did see a few, though. I saw a few on the news. It's amazing. I already don't remember. I remember these the football players doing the dirty dancing. I saw like a Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Speech was in a car commercial or truck commercial. That's about it. I don't really remember anything else. Crap. Oh, I remember seeing something about Budweiser, how they helped out in all the natural disasters early this year in hurricane season by just putting water into their cans instead of the beer and sending it out free to the people that needed it. That's about it. And in fact, a week from now, if I asked anybody, they'd forget almost every single one of these commercials. So here's the lesson learned from that. Don't do that. Okay? Small business owners, we all know, first of all, we can't afford $5 million for 1 minute, but you can't even wish you could. Okay? It should not be a wish. If someone, $5 million landed on your doorstep and said, you must use this for marketing, by all means, do not think, oh, great, I'll buy 1 minute of time on the Super Bowl and put my message out to 100 million people so that maybe some of them will do business with me. Furthermore, the way all these Super Bowl commercials are done is not how any small business owner should do any type of marketing or advertising. They're all done with the thought that, hey, if we just entertain people and make them laugh and become memorable, then maybe they'll remember us and think of us and like us and get warm, fuzzy feelings and continue to buy our products or services and do business with us, maybe. And yet, if you look back over the year, I mean, you can't track these things. You can't track really whether they worked or not, but you can see the sales of these companies, and no matter what they spend on the Super Bowl ads, some years their sales go up, some go down. Like, it's got nothing to do. And if I ask people, which I usually do when I'm doing a speaking event or whatever, I can ask even a week after the Super Bowl, hey, tell me the top 5 most memorable ads of anyone in the room. First I ask, did anyone watch? And basically everyone watches the game. Tell me the 5 most memorable ads. Nobody can even name 5. You need 5 different people to finally come up with something after a few minutes. That's a week after the event, so don't do that, okay? Use the WOW strategy in all of your advertising, marketing, anything you're doing. That means, number 1, the first letter of the WOW strategy, the first W is the who. Pick a targeted group of people, not 100 million people, everyone in America. Pick a small target of people that you can afford to market to and market to effectively and get to know everything about their wants, their desires, their fears, their hopes, how they buy, why they buy, what they want, what they don't like. And then you can put something together to them, which is the middle letter of the WOW strategy, the O, the irresistible offer. None of these Super Bowl ads, almost none of them, ever make an offer. They almost never end by saying, buy now, do this now, call us now, get this free sample now, do something now. It's very rare. I mean, I didn't watch this year, but I watched, every single previous Super Bowl before now, 51 of them. And that's a lot of ads. And only once in a while they do anything even resembling any kind of offer, but it's still kind of a fishy offer, like click here to watch a video or something like that. And then they don't capture anyone's information that went there, and so they can't follow up. And it doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. Okay, and the last W is what we're talking about. Once you've determined who your ideal prospect is to do business with, that you really want to do business with, and you've found out so much about them that you can put in front of them an irresistible offer they just can't refuse and have to at least take the first step towards doing business with you. Only then do you go to the last W and you figure out the way or ways to most effectively get that irresistible offer in front of that target who. That's the WOW strategy, W-O-W. And that last W, the way, is not based on, oh, I'd like to do this, or somebody called me and said I ought to do this, or a sales rep came in and suggested I do this. It starts with the who, as everything does. The WOW strategy starts with the who, and the way that you pick your way starts with the who. You pick it by saying, what is the way or ways that my chosen who would like to get my irresistible offer in a way that they will respond? Makes sense? So you don't just say, I'll do a Super Bowl ad. I mean, if you're selling to, senior citizens, you don't do text messages. If you're selling to teenagers, you don't, what don't you do to teenagers? See, I don't market to teenagers. They don't really have a lot of money, do they? But if you market it to teenagers, they probably don't like to get, a long sales letter in the mail with a form they have to fill out and put a stamp on and mail it back. That's not what I would do to them. So all ways are effective. You've got to figure out what way is most effective to get your irresistible offer in front of your target who, and none of the Super Bowl ads come close to doing anything like that. Okay, the sun is setting. I see some, Chris is here, Lincoln is here. Oh, I just see a bunch of people here. I don't see any questions, comments, or concerns. If you have any issues or questions about this, I can help you with it, of course. Go to 25kand25.com, and I'll do one of my guaranteed I'll find you at least $25,000 or more in 25 minutes or less strategy sessions, and I'll help you out to put out effective ads so you're not just thinking your goal is to entertain people and they'll hope and pray that they'll do business with you like all these Super Bowl advertisers. So I thank them for entertaining us, at least fleetingly for a minute or so before everyone forgets about them for their $5 million. But I refuse to participate in such nonsense myself. So sun is setting, losing the light. I'll be back a little earlier tomorrow on Wisdom Wednesday. I'll give you a little bit of wisdom to help you build your business. Thanks for being here today, folks, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.